So I'm literally the last ever person to make a video like this, and I should have made this around the time when it was happening, and I was actually planning to make it like a few weeks back now, but whatever, better late than never. Am I right? No? No. Anyway, as you probably read by the title, this video is about the My Chemical Romance reunion. That's probably going to be happening. We're not sure. So, to put it simply, back in early June, the Jonas Brothers they came back after going on a 6 year long because they after going can't speak once again after taking like a 6 year hiatus off, or they probably disbanded or something. They disbanded and they're coming back together after about 6 years. And Joe Jonas said in one of the interviews they talked about My Chemical Romance, and he said, "Oh, My Chemical Romance is rehearsing with them in New York," and that pretty much blew the internet. Well, it pretty much got the entire internet excited about the possibilities of a My Chemical Romance reunion. And this video is just going to be about the thoughts about the My Chemical Romance reunion. So yeah, to put it simply, and also you're probably wondering why am I talking about My Chemical Romance? It's, to put it simply, I actually got into their music this year. This year. And the first song I ever, and I think before I go and I should have said this at the very beginning of this sentence, but before I talk about this My Chemical Romance reunion and my thoughts, I thought I'd tell you what was my first ever song for MCR. So my first ever song I ever heard from them and I fully enjoyed was Helena from the Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge album, which has actually turned about 15 years old now, which is crazy to think. So yeah, it was. That was my first ever song I listened to, and that was the very first song I ever got into by My Chemical Romance. And then I started listening to other songs. I started listening to Welcome to the Black Parade. I started listening to Famous Last Words. I started watching a bunch of videos about My Chemical Romance, particularly the pairing between Frank Iero and Gerard Way, Farad. I started watching so many MCR related content that I think it's safe to say that I've pretty much become a fan of My Chemical Romance's music at this point. And we all know about Friday, March 22nd, 2013, when it was announced that My Chemical Romance would be disbanding. And pretty much ever since that day, people have been wanting a MCR reunion. And it wasn't until this month, early of this month, of MCR, of Nick Jonas saying how My Chemical Romance is coming back. And it pretty much blew up the internet, like so. And I figured I should give my thoughts, seeing how I'm literally the last ever person to do that. I haven't really thought that much about, the possibilities of a My Chemical Romance reunion. I mean, I do like them, and I would like to see them live at one point. But the problem is, and we got like more, and apparently there were like more and more news articles coming out about James DeWeese, their keyboardist now, that became their keyboardist in 2012, of James DeWeese. He said that they were working on something, but then again, he could have been saying that just to troll MCR, like they did with MCRX back in 2016 and stuff. He could have been doing that. Let me just move you guys right here. Yeah, he could have been like doing that just to troll with the MCR fanbase, but then again, MCR have already like trolled us before, and they can't do it again. And then I got like a news article, and then there was like a news article about how Ray Toro and Frank Iero were rehearsing as well. So there's always a possibility of that. And yeah, I would love to see My Chemical Romance at one point. I would love to see them live at one point, because I actually do love their music, and I think it's 100% good music. And, but then again, it just wouldn't work out, considering where, like, Gerard Way and Mikey Way he especially is right now. Because Gerard Way, he's like working on like the Umbrella Academy, like season 2 of the Umbrella Academy on Netflix. And like Mikey Way, he just like got himself. He just like has a new child. Like why would he want to work? Like usually in most situations like this, you'd mostly want to you mostly want to spend with your family and not like work. Like, especially just because you earn, and just especially when you earned yourself a newborn. And but then again, they could get like a replacement, like they could get like a temporarily replacement for a Mikey Way, like they did before, like what they did before. And but then again, I don't know what Gerard Way would do, because you can't just temporarily replace a lead vocalist, especially a vocalist like Gerard Way. So I don't know what to do with Gerard Way's situation. And also, there's also Bob Brier. And then again, Bob Brier did depart. Well, he actually didn't depart from them. He got kicked out because of an argument that ensued with him and Mikey Way. So don't know about Bob Brier, because he hasn't really been active he hasn't been active on like Twitter. I mean, like literally the last post he made was like back in February of this year. So he has been active, but not as consistent as he was back in 2015. So yeah, just for Mikey Way, in my personal opinion, I think I would like to see them reunite, because like Gerard Way have said, because they have compared, because they want to, because I think there's like something to do with My Chemical Romance and like the Smashing Pumpkins, like they want to maybe like be like them. And the Smashing Pumpkins they disbanded back in 2006, and then they came back in 2000. They disbanded in the year 2000, and they came back in 2006. So and once again, My Chemical Romance is turning like sick, and once again, like the disbandment happened like back in 2013, which is like 6 years now. So yeah, my guess is that they're probably gonna come back. But then again, there's always the possibility that they might never come back again. You never know. But and also the whole like James DeWeese thing, Ray Tar and Frank Iero news article things, I got like were like Google notifications when I went on like Google Chrome, like on this tablet, and there were like news articles about how Ray Tar and Frank Iero were rehearsing, and James DeWeese allegedly said that they were working on something along the lines of that. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen I don't know what's gonna become of MCR, but hopefully they are working on a 5th studio album. I mean, Joe Jonas better not have lied with us. I mean, he better not have. I mean, I've never gotten into the Jonas Brothers music, but he just better not be lying with us. And after all, this would make sense, because MCR's disbandment happened like 6 years ago, and the Smashing Pumpkins disbandment happened like 6 years ago. And then they came back 6 years ago. So it would be plausible if My Chemical Romance came back 6 years later. But right now, we don't know. I just hope they do, but I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I don't know. I'm literally the last person to ever make this video, and this is once again not scripted, so they'll pardon me if there'll be a lot of uhs or ahs, or just a lot of stuttering and confusion and me repeating the same things over and over again, and I apologize for that. But yeah, hopefully they come back, and hopefully they come back strong. I mean, after all, the bandmates still like talk to each other, and they're still friends with each other and stuff. But yeah, only time will tell if My Chemical Romance will ever come back or not. And so yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye. Good lord, this video was a huge freaking mistake.